Hi guys, well we're back with part 2 of the Nimbus preview product review video. Two purposes for part 2. The first one was to get an accurate timing on how long the effect will last for, and the second one was to show the proximity to smoke detectors, whether or not they're actually going to set this puppy off. So we're back in the TV games room where we were yesterday, so excuse all the cables. Master Yoda over there is going to be holding the timer for us, and you'll notice that I've put a cloth on the Nimbus because when you open the lid, the condensation rolls straight down the lid to that lip along there. So at the moment there's just a cloth there to catch the condensation. Nimbus is all ready to go. On top of the dry ice box is our handy dandy trusty domestic smoke detector, one of the cheap and nasties that goes off constantly when the next door neighbour lights up a match. So for the test we're going to pop it here on the windowsill and then move it closer and closer to the effect as we go on. I was going to put the camera on the ground, however it gets engulfed in dry ice and we don't actually see anything, so let's pop it up there. Wonderful. Try and get some of that lens flare out. Here we go. As you can see, safety feature this time, I am wearing my gloves. Open up the Nimbus. Yeah, there's that condensation. That rag is a good idea. I've already got a, come on. Right, Master Yoda, hold that. Do your thing, dude. And the very last of our dry ice supply, already prepped in a catch bucket. As always, we get the spill, but that's not a problem. Okay, starting the stopwatch now. There it goes, it's counting. Drop the bucket all the way to full blast. Smoke detector still hasn't gone off. The steam is billowing up over the smoke detector and right across the lens of the camera, which you can't see. Alright. If the smoke detector is engulfed in the steam, it will go off. So we've reset it now. Hopefully you can see me. That was with the smoke detector actually inside the mist, the effect. I'm holding it, what, 2 feet above it now? Which obviously it won't be, it'll be on the roof of the building. And it's not going off. We've just hit 50 seconds of effect and I can see that the plume of effect is dying down quite rapidly. However, the room, which is not an enclosed room, there is a hallway behind the camera and a hallway over here. The mist is filling the entire floor area right through into my office area with no effect. And again, the smoke alarm, which has been reset, is not going off. That's a minute and 20 seconds now, sorry, a minute and 15 seconds. And with the smoke detector in very close proximity to the dry ice effect, it's still not going off. However, if the smoke detector is immersed in the dry ice, which is not likely to happen at any venue that we're in, it will set off the smoke detector, but the plume has to actually engulf the smoke detector for that to happen. Okay, that's a minute and 50 seconds now, and we still have quite a good floor coverage that would be very effective for a bridal waltz. By now I would have called the second part of the bridal party to the dance floor, so it wouldn't be the bride and groom by themselves, and the romantic moment is starting to diminish a little bit. I only envision using this for the very beginning of bridal waltzes for the bride and groom. So the duration of effect needs to encompass their time on the dance floor, not the entire bridal party, parents, family and friends section of it. 2 minutes and 20 seconds, where you're pretty much going to call that almost dispersed from the, almost run out from the machine. There we go, 2.5 minutes, but there's still a wisp on the floor. Adequate for a bridal waltz. Probably I would have a second packet of dry ice on standby if you needed to prolong the effect. Smoke detector still not going off. However, in this fine wisp, if we put it on the floor in there, I call that relatively safe. So yeah, I'm going to assume that we could pretty much sell that to venues on a issue that it won't set off their smoke detectors unless the smoke detectors are low slung, which smoke detectors aren't because smoke rises. They're almost always on the roof. So there we go, guys. We've just hit the 3-minute 20-second mark and the machine is dead and the effect is pretty much dissipated to a point where it's no longer going to be a valid effect for your dance. So I'm going to say probably 2.5 minutes worth of effective effect. There we go.